Hello everyone, welcome to the YouTube channel. Today, I want to tell you a very old story from an ancient eastern country. It's a story about a king who paid a huge amount of gold for a dead horse. Yes, a dead horse. This story comes from a classic book called Strategies of the Warring States. It was written over 2,000 years ago, during a chaotic time called the Warring States period, a time when different countries were constantly competing, negotiating, and trying to outsmart each other. The book is not a novel. It's a collection of real political stories and persuasive speeches, moments where strategy, psychology, and clever words could change the fate of a country. So, when we look at a simple story like this one, we are not just hearing a story about a horse. We are watching how people thought, persuaded, and survived in a very competitive world. Okay, let's get started. A long time ago, there was a king who wanted something extremely rare. He wanted a 1,000-mile horse. This was no ordinary horse. In the ancient country, a 1,000-mile horse wasn't just a horse. It meant something legendary. A horse so strong and fast that it could travel the 1,000 miles in a single day. The king made a very serious promise. He said, "I will pay 1,000 pieces of gold for such a horse." So, people began searching. Messengers traveled across the land. Traders asked around. Horse experts looked everywhere. But a year passed, then another. 3 years later, still no horse. Finally, one of the king's attendants stepped forward and said, "My king, let me try." The king agreed. The man left the capital and began his searching. After 3 months, he finally found one, a real 1,000-mile horse. But there was one problem. The horse was dead. Most people would have turned around and left. But this man did something strange. He paid 500 pieces of gold for the head of the dead horse. Yes, he just paid a very high price for some horse bones. Now, think about that for a second. If you were the king and someone came back with nothing but bones, would you reward him or punish him? You don't have to answer that just yet, because what he did doesn't make sense at all, unless you think about it in a completely different way. It's like a game. Sometimes you don't make a move because it looks good right now. You make it because of what it makes other people believe. So, it's game time. It's just a few minutes, and then we'll come back and see why those bones might actually be the smartest move in the whole story. Gaming time! Dungeons and Dragons Let's go.
Welcome to the D&D world.
Here we go. Okay, let's go. In the morning. Help? Hear screams from up ahead. What's happening? Okay. Head to the town. Okay. Town is under siege. Fallen. Okay.
Help!
Okay. What? You got hit. Okay, continue. Ooh. Another one. What?
Idea bit.
Another one? What? A boss? Ooh.
Idea bit.
Oh, he's done. Good. Driven the monster away from the town. Good. So, okay. Okay. Which one? Must be sword. Okay. The silver. Okay. Good to go. Out of the public. Okay. Leave the town. Huh? What? A griffin? Oh, no. Collect the coins.
Help!
Where? There? So hurry on. Okay. Let's go to the city, huh? Hurricane City? What? Oh. Oh. Oh my god. Game over. Okay, let's continue. Then the man happily carried the horse head back to the palace. When the king saw it, he exploded in anger. A dead horse? I asked for a living horse. And you spent 500 gold on this useless thing. The attendant calmly replied, My king, please think about it. If people hear that you paid 500 gold for a dead horse, what do you think they will believe you would pay for a living one? They will know that you are serious. And when they know that, the real 1,000-mile horses will come. The king said nothing. But the story didn't end here. Within a year, several people came to the palace. Each of them brought a real 1,000-mile horse. End of story. Now, when I first heard this story, I thought it was about horses, but maybe it isn't. Maybe it's about signal. Sometimes words don't convince people. Money does. Sometimes promises don't convince people. Actions do. The attendant didn't buy a horse. He bought credibility. And once people believed the king was serious, the horses appeared. Strange, isn't it? Sometimes the fastest way to get what you want is to prove you are willing to pay for it, even if the first thing you buy is only a dead horse. Okay, let's wrap this up with the Japanese kanji. A horse. Sometimes what you buy is not the horse itself. It's what follows. Thank you for watching. Until next time, stay safe. Goodbye. Sayonara. またね。